Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm looking at the trade paperback called Batman Arkham Clayface. I've done a few of these beforehand, like for Two-Face and Riddler and Poison Ivy, and now we're looking at Clayface. Look at this, I love this comic cover. I love Clayface. When I was a kid, the Spider-Man villain Sandman was my favorite supervillain, and I also knew about Clayface, and they were kind of similar because of the same powers, even though Clayface, I'm pretty sure, can beat Sandman in a fight because he's part water, because, well, he's clay. But anyway, there's the side of it, and here's the back side. I always thought this was one of the main Clayfaces, but no, this is like the 7th or 8th Clayface. So let's open it up. Spoiler alert, I would not recommend this, but there is some good stuff here. So it starts off with the first appearances of the first 4 Clayfaces. Basil Carlo in the merge of Clayface, then Matt Hagen, then Preston Payne in this 2-parter. Then the 4th one, Lady Clayface, in Outsiders issue 21. Secret Origins 44 is, you get the full Secret Origins story here, which is a telling of the first 3 Clayface's origins, which I don't know why they really included that one because we just saw it here in the first 4 issues of this trade paperback. Chasing Clay is about the 5th Clayface, who is the son of the 3rd Clayface and Lady Clayface, who first appeared in during the Nightfall story arc where Azrael was Batman for a while. I wish they put those 2 issues in here instead of other stuff. Catwoman issue 4, this is a new Clayface, so I guess this... Oh, and then Chasing Clay, we get a part of the 5th Clayface taking over someone else, so I guess a 6th Clayface. We get another Clayface, a 7th Clayface here. Batman Secret Files and Origins #1. I forget what that one is. Didn't they give us a 4-part story with a brand new Clayface? So I guess a 8th Clayface or something. But he dies at the end, I'm pretty sure, and he works with Hush to frame Alfred for murder. It was a lot better reading it the second time around, but other than that, I didn't really like it. And then Clayface's solo story during the Forever Evil month of DC's New 52. So let's flip through here really fast. Here's Detective Comics, issue 40. The first appearance of Basil Carlo, aka Clayface. Julie Madison is at a audition, and this guy who wears a creepy mask is killing people. It turns out it's Basil Carlo. The new Clayface. Now, of course, the original Clayface did not have any superpowers. He was just a madman. And he actually returned in Detective Comics, issue 49. Which is not in here. And then we get the first appearance of the 2nd Clayface, Matt Hagen, which was in issue Detective Comics 298. And we get Batman fighting him for the first time. He can shapeshift, and he gets away. And we learn that he was a diver named Matt Hagen. He found a secret pool of ooze or something underneath the ocean, and it transformed him into Clayface. Now that I say it kind of reminds me of Hydro Man's origin story from Spider-Man Taz a little bit. Anyway, basically Clayface's power runs out after a certain amount of time, and that's how they defeat him. And then we get the 3rd Clayface in Detective Comics 478. Preston Payne can kill people, turn them into clay basically by touching them. And Batman is mad here because his girlfriend dumped him or something. Well, yes. Anyway, actually, this 3rd Clayface got powers from the 2nd Clayface, Matt Hagen. He experimented on Matt Hagen's blood, trying to turn himself normal, or until being able to change his face, and it worked. But then his face got messed up, and he got a corrosive touch with it. And he's insane at this time. He's in love with a mannequin. Anyway, Batman defeats him. 3rd Clayface is kind of sympathetic. Probably the most sympathetic Clayface here. Well, we see Lady Clayface's first plot, and that she was turned into Lady Clayface by the Cobra organization. And then we get this one, Secret Origins, and we get the origins of the first 3 Clayfaces in here. The first one is the retelling of Basil Carlo's origin. And it turns out that Lady Clayface is getting told this by Basil Carlo, who is in the hospital. And then we get this little funny story about Matt Hagen Clayface. It's more of a comedy story. And then we get the 3rd Clayface just retelling his origin story in Arkham. to his wife, but it turns out the TV isn't on. He hallucinates the TV being on. Then we get the 5th Clayface. A part of him comes off and it jumps on some guy and it mutates him into another Clayface. I didn't really like this one. This one was an okay story. Catwoman meets another Clayface, I guess. I don't know his origin story, but it was a quick read. Okay, this was the one I forgot what it was about. Secret Files and Origins. Oh, it's just a retelling of the second Clayface's origin story. And, the Crisis on Infinite Earths happens and it kills the second Clayface, apparently. He was actually working with the Bug-Eyed Bandit at the time. I guess I haven't read it. And of course, Matt Hagen takes that part of Matt Hagen and turns himself into the Clayface. And then this giant, there's a firefighter gets exposed to toxins in a fire. He gets powers, and Hush basically blackmails him. And then he fights Hush. Batman fights Hush. Yada, yada, yada. I really didn't care for this story that much. Batman works with the 5th Clayface. Okay, that part was pretty cool. And then the last story in here is Clayface issue 1 or Batman the Dark Knight issue 23.2, I think. Now, this was actually something interesting because during this time of the main series, it was actually in the middle of the Clayface storyline, which was volume 4 of the Batman the Dark Knight series. Clayface, and this Beto Carlo is an actor, and he has a very big anger problem. He discovers that the world has been taken over by the villains, and that there's a resistance, so he goes out of his way to kill the resistance, but it turns out it was a plot by the secret society to stop anyone who might have powers or big enough threat to them. And Clayface was an idiot, and he gets mad at him and he freaks out. And he just decides to be another muscle-hired henchman again. So, was there things I liked in here? Oh yeah. I liked the first Clayface story. The second one was fine. The third one was fine. No, for Outsiders. Secret Origins, part of it was good. Catwoman issue 4 I liked. I really only liked like maybe a quarter of this, and another quarter was okay. I think there's 16 issues in here, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, no, just 14. But anyway, and that's my little overview of this trade paperback, Batman Clayface. It's normal size. I know some are really small, some are a little bit bigger, but with that said, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.